Hi everyone, Sandra Duran Wilson here, and welcome to this week's Mixed Media Soul Sparks. Are you ready to maybe do a little traveling again? Take a workshop somewhere? I know I am. So maybe it's time to kind of check our packing list. I was just talking with a friend the other day, and I was saying that I just took this little trip, not even to teach, and it was like, took me a week just to pack. I mean, usually it's a no-brainer and I throw things in a bag and I'm gone. But because of, we've been locked down for so long, it's tricky to get back into the traveling routine. So I thought this would be a great time to give you some of my packing and travel tips. So the best thing I can say is to keep it simple. I know the idea is you want to take all of this stuff, but what if I need this? What if I want that? Believe me, when you are traveling, especially if you're traveling internationally, there's certain things that you cannot take. So what they're looking for when you're flying is they're looking for anything that's flammable. So one of the things I do is I go to the website for, say, Golden, and I print out any of their, it's called a material safety data sheet. And you could go to any of the companies and they're going to have, what they're looking for is a flash point. Now I do this because I'm usually taking a lot of stuff. So if you're just going to participate in a workshop and you have a few things, you might not need to worry about it. But one of the tips I use is I always print out a copy of the workshop that I'm teaching, and you might print out the one you're taking, and just leave a little note for TSA and say, I'm taking this workshop and these are my acrylic colors. I usually don't use the word paints because paints kind of set off a trigger for them to say, oh, they're flammable, but obviously acrylics aren't. If you're traveling with oil paints and solvents, that's a whole nother thing. But with acrylics, we're good. So that's one of the tips there. Packing, I loved these. These are like 12 by 12 inch carriers. I get these at the craft store. I think I got these at Michael's. Now as a tip, here in my studio, I keep my stencils inside of these, and I put deli sheets in between the stencils. So when I'm traveling and teaching, I might have stencils in the bottom, and then I pack other things on top. One of the things that you're going to want to be careful with after your workshop and you've got finished acrylic paintings, like here I've got these little pieces, you want to have wax paper to put between them. And especially if there's like a lot of gloss or collage or something. This doesn't have that much, but I put wax paper. If I've got several, then I stack one like this, the other one on top, put another piece of wax paper, kind of put it all together and tape it up or just pack it like this. You might think the deli sheets would be good, but I've seen the deli sheets actually stick to the acrylic. The wax paper is much better. And even then, if something's a little wet still, be careful. But this is the best way to travel with the acrylic paintings. All right, double bagging is the best thing to do. So when you have paints, say you're traveling with fluid paints like this, I always take a piece of tape, painter's tape is good, and just take it and wrap it around so that your bottle is not going to accidentally pop open. Then I put it into a Ziploc bag. You can see I have little initials of what I carry in here. So sometimes I might put a few of these in the Ziploc bag, seal this up well, and then I just wrap it in another bag just to make sure. The same thing with your gels and your paste. If you put some tape around it, it's going to prevent a really messy accident, especially if you're packing your supplies in with your clothes. I talk from experience, so that's why the double bagging. Now, let's say you've got this big thing of tape and you need to take masking tape. Well, and you don't want to take this big container like that. I sometimes just keep another little roll like this around, and then I'll just wrap some around here and take just a small amount of what I might use on my trip. Saves me a little space, and then when it comes time, I can just unroll it. This is my favorite trick. So as I said, you need wax paper. So here's your wax paper. Now this one is empty. So I take this part out. Oh, and here's another little tip. You see those little things there? That keeps your wax paper roll in there so that when you pull it out, it doesn't come flying out. So now you want to take it out. This is what I do, is I take my tools, my brushes, especially if I have some finer brushes. I put them in here, put them back in here, and I don't have to worry about them getting messed up. They fit into my little container, very nice. I have my deli sheets in here. So let's say I have my stencils in there, and now I might need a palette. These are disposable palettes. Get one for acrylic. It's got a coating on it so it won't soak through. And you could either just take a few sheets out. If you don't have that, here's another great idea. These are, I don't know, plastic things you put in notebooks, page protectors, I think they're called. These make great palettes as well. So you only need a few of them. So you're thinking about weight because, these supplies add up. When you start putting the pouches or the containers of paint, a lot of times I'll keep small containers of paint even after I've finished them, and then I'll take my bigger containers and I'll put a small amount in there. Tube paints are actually, like if you have a tube paint, it's an easier way to travel because it doesn't want to expand as much. Then you can dilute it when you get to where you're going. That's another possibility. There's some companies, Holbein is one, and a couple of other companies make the mediums and paste in pouches, and those are great for traveling. So if you already have those, wonderful. Don't go out and buy them extra. Just use some of these tricks. Get some small plastic containers if you don't have small ones. Tape them up. And another thing is when you're traveling, like sometimes I use, instead of panels, I might take this mixed media board, and you can see how thick it is. And these are great for working on while I'm traveling, and they fit into my little container here. So when I'm teaching in other countries, I try and order certain supplies. Like when I'm teaching in Italy, I order supplies from Rome and I have them delivered to where I'm teaching, and that way people don't have to bring a lot of supplies with them. If I'm teaching in the States and I can drive somewhere, I bring supplies so people don't need them. But just having these tips and tricks, you might be able to travel with just this one container. Of course, don't forget your paper towels. They don't weigh much though. And your spray bottles, just empty them out. Alcohol, don't try and pack it. I've had it taken away because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but it could be flammable. So I try and get that where I'm going. So those are some of my packing and travel tips. Now, if you're interested in traveling for some workshops, check out my workshop page on my website. I have workshops scheduled going out into 24, I think. So if you're ready to travel, come join me for a workshop. I'd love to see you there. Thanks for joining me this week, and I'll see you next week. Join the Creative Awakening community on Facebook, where you'll be able to post your art, connect with other creatives around the world, and ask questions. Use the hashtag Mixed Media Soul Sparks when posting your work on social media. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week.